Morning, everyone. Good morning, Isaac. We are about to leave to go to Sickkids today. We're going to finally get his helmet. It's been 2 weeks since his consultation. We'll see how it goes. So this is how Isaac looks like from behind here. So if you see the front of his face is here. And so if you go down here, you see that he's a little bit more flatter on this one side. So it kind of comes out into a point at this point, like right here. I'm going to give you some different angles. Right, Isaac? But you're still cute. You're still cute. So like I said in my previous video, from the front you can't even tell because for some reason his ears did not shift, even though his case is apparently severe, like early severe stage. The clinician also mentioned that his upper here is a little bit higher than normal. So they said that they're going to modify the helmet so that it can kind of like bring this down. I'm not sure what caused this part here. I don't know, because he was vacuumed out for the last 2 pushes when I gave birth to him. I mean, I feel like maybe the whole birth process might have also be the reason why he preferred his right side. I mean, there's no way of telling at this point, but as long as we're doing something to help now. So you can see here, he's just flatter on this side. It usually would come out a little bit so that, you know, you can kind of show the base of the skull, but it just kind of flat down. Ready to go? Okay, let's go. Isaac, I'm gonna show this to your daddy. My husband's so nervous. He's like, tell me how everything's going.
It'll go fine.
Isaac. Oh, there you are. It's okay, it's okay. I'm gonna show this to your daddy. Good job, Isaac.
I have to hold the hands.
Oh. Good job, Isaac. Isaac did such a good job today. Right, Isaac? You sleepy? Hi, guys. So we're on our way home now. We just finished at Sickkids. We brought home Isaac's helmet in this bag here. He got fit into it 3 times. He was crying the last 2 times so hard. Every time he saw the clinician's face, he would just start crying again. But yeah, it was okay, you know. It seemed kind of, I don't know. What did you think, Mom? I thought it was kind of like overwhelming, just like all the instructions of like how to, you know, like you have to clean it. Huh?
I'm only concerned about the cleaning part.
Yeah.
That's my job.
Yeah, the cleaning seems kind of like, you know, tedious, I guess. I'll talk a little bit more about it once we get home. But I guess overall it went well. We have to go back in 2 weeks. So we already booked an appointment for 2 weeks from today. Yeah, I noticed that like the other video I took of Isaac's first appointment, there were, you know, a little bit more views compared to other videos, and I think it's because it's, you know, I'm pretty sure there's other moms out there who are kind of concerned about the whole experience. So I'm glad that we can kind of document what's going on, and then hopefully it'll help other moms out there.
Yeah, because people will want to know what happened.
Yeah, exactly. People will want to know, right? It's you know, it's a unique experience, I guess. So it's also a stressful time as well for parents, I'm sure, and for the baby. So it's kind of it's to see other parents like going through it. I guess it'll make other parents feel better. So we go. Isaac slept all the way here, so which was good. Better than last time. Hopefully he falls asleep again. Hi guys, so this is the helmet here. We're still learning how to use it. I'm sure it's gonna be a learning experience for both me and my husband, you know, to get used to that routine of putting it on and, you know, cleaning it often, and even for Isaac to get used to it. So today's appointment went really well. We went there. It was at 11:30. We were there 15 minutes early. We saw the same clinician that we saw, and when we first got there, the clinician came in with the helmet. It had these cutouts already, but when he first put on Isaac, he like marked it off like more so that it'll be bigger and so that his ears will fit properly. And then he came back 20 minutes later, he fitted again, and then Isaac was crying the second time, and then he cut around the ears again, he marked it off again, and then he left for 20 minutes, came back, and then he fitted on again. Isaac was crying, and then at that point it was a perfect fit for him. The thing about Isaac's head here is that usually the helmet comes out a little bit more, like the hole comes out a bit more, but because Isaac's head is a little bit more like elevated at the top, they have to make it more like in a D shape. The clinician gave us like these instructions, so basically wear and care instructions. So it's just things like in the first like week, you know, you have to kind of gradually have the baby get used to it. So for example, today we have to do 1 hour on and then 1 hour off, and he doesn't sleep with it. In the next week, we have to slowly increase the time. Like on the third day, for example, we can now like have him nap with it. He can sleep with it at night, etc., until finally around the 7th day, he should be wearing it full time, as they say, which is 20 hours. According to online and even on this form, which is actually, they said, from the actual manufacturers of the helmet, it says here, from what I read, yeah, you should gradually and eventually wear this this helmet 23 hours a day. But we'll see how it goes. So basically they told us that this helmet has to be cleaned twice a day. He told us to use the soap that we use when we wash him. So like just like the body soap. He said to lather it on a cloth and to wipe it down, like to kind of like lather it. He told us not to run it under the water to rinse it, and instead that we have to just, you know, use we wash out the cloth and then we just wipe off the suds. To dry it, he told us that we could just like air dry it, I guess, but he said we can use like a hair dryer on like with a cold air. And then the most important thing is to actually, before putting it on, we kind of like powder this with cornstarch so that it doesn't like adhere or like stick to the skin. Like, Isaac can't be wearing this when he's in the car seat. He can't be wearing it when he's eating, and he can't be wearing it when he's doing tummy time. And the reason why he can't be wearing it during tummy time is because the back side here is long, so he won't be able to lift his head. There are little like holes here for him to breathe, but I could already tell that Isaac is gonna sweat in this. He was just wearing it earlier for like not even 5 minutes, and when we took it off, he was like, his hair was already drenched. So I don't know how that's gonna go. So like I mentioned before, Isaac is considered on the early severe side. So they say that he has to be wearing this for a minimum 3 months, but if we choose to discontinue it earlier because we're happy with his head shape, we can, you know, it's up to us. Basically, they said that they're not squishing his head into this. His helmet it has the like pockets, like empty pockets in here, so that when his head is growing, it kind of guides the growth into the helmet. When we went in today, we saw like other, like, you know, small babies with the helmet on too. So it was just kind of, you know, when you see other parents going through it, you know, you kind of feel a little bit better. So hopefully this video will help other parents who are out there to know that, you know, it is normal to feel like, you know, guilty or anxious about what's going on. But hopefully when you see that other parents are going through something like this, like we are, hopefully it makes you feel a little bit better, and it's not hopefully as scary as it may seem. For those moms or parents who are out there who are going through the same thing, whether, you know, you're getting a helmet or you're going through like physiotherapy to help with like the neck, as long as you're doing something about it, you know, I think that's the best thing we can do for a kid. Sometimes I worry about like, you know, parents judging or, you know, thinking like, oh, you guys didn't do enough tummy time, you know, and of course those thoughts like have crossed my mind. Sometimes I think honestly that, you know, when he was born, he was vacuumed out, so I feel that might have maybe like injured one side of his neck, or maybe just the way that he was positioned in the womb. Maybe that's the reason why he just really favored like the one side. Even when we would try to turn his head and he would like resist a lot, and even if we did, he would move back to that one side. Although right now I'm thinking maybe we could have done something to prevent it, or maybe lessen how bad it is. Maybe he was just gonna favor that side anyways, right? What my husband was telling me, you know, we're doing something about it now, and that's all that matters. It's a learning experience for the both of us, and hopefully this series can help other parents get through this time too. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, just leave us a message and we can hopefully answer to the best of our abilities. We're still learning too. Okay, bye.